Happy January 5th, 5th day of January. I guess most kids are going back next week. You know, going back to school and stuff, so. I'm gonna be cleaning out my cupboard, so you're gonna see a whole lot of stuff. The cupboard looks small, but it's like it's deep. So I gotta pull everything out of there. The reason why is because I'm getting tired of not being able to find what I need at whatever given time I need to find what I need. So it's just a little bit aggravating. Oopsies. That I cannot seem to figure out. And then like it'll cause you to end up purchasing too much of stuff. Like for instance, for Thanksgiving, I had these breadcrumbs. And what I wanted to do was use them in my dressing because it's part of my recipe, a big part. And so I told my daughter, I said, will you please pass me the breadcrumbs? Oh, there's no breadcrumbs. And so then, you know, after Thanksgiving has passed, what's in there? The breadcrumbs that I needed. It may have been Christmas, though. Seemed like I may have needed them for Christmas. Because I was just having a little bit of dressing. But still, that's part of my recipe. So, what happened? But now, like I was saying, I'm just making some breakfast for dinner. I am going to make some... What's that? French toast. And I hope I can remember how to make this French toast like extra special good. Like I used to be able to make it. But I haven't made it so long, you know, I don't know if I forgot the little recipe or anything. Actually, I'm not gonna need those close by. These two little plants. Let me just put them there. And then let me just put this bacon in as in my microwave. I think I'm gonna make a little sausage, French toast, and some bacon. But I also want some grits. I want some grits real bad, so I think I'm gonna make some grits. And I got some right here, but I think I got some open. Sit down, psycho! That was my dog, and I shouldn't be calling the dog psycho, but that dog been running around here all day long like, what's wrong? Are you okay? Why are you running across these floors like that? I mean, in and out. Want to be inside, outside. That's one thing about the mid to larger dogs. They want to be in and out, in and out, in and out. Anyway, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and make some grits because I got a taste for some real bad. I have a grits recipe on my channel as well, guys. It's called 2 Ingredients That Will Change the Way You Make Grits. I believe that's the name of it, but it's on this channel. If I make something and it's not on my channel, then I'm just going to tell you guys I haven't made it or whatever, you know what I mean, but I could put it on there at a later date. So there is for the grits. I'm gonna start them very high off, at about high actually. And then I'm gonna take some butter. And I like to immediately put my butter in there upon boiling the water because I don't want my grits to stick. If I just wait to add it at the, like when they're about done, then it's a chance that they could have stuck to your pan. And you can avoid that by having the oil from obviously the butter already in there. But you do want a nice amount of butter. I have 2 cups of water. Let's see, yeah, about 2 cups of water in there. And to be honest, how many grits that you guys, how thick you like your grits depends on you. If you like your grits a little bit thicker, then what you want to do is add a little bit more grits to your pan. If you like them thinner, then you're going to add less grits. And we're going to go into that in a second here. I'm going to let this water come to a nice boil though. And then we're going to get some sausage in this one. Do the microwave or what are we doing here? Gosh. About 7 minutes in the microwave for 6 pieces of bacon. Sometimes when I'm explaining things, I'm the type of person, I'm an over-explainer because I want to make sure that I'm coming across in the right way. You know, as far as an explanation is concerned. Where's my other plug? That's annoying. I don't see my plug there where I want it to be. Let me see something here. If this one gonna reach. No, over here. Somebody put a little scratch in there. I don't know why people would feel like they need to scrub your stuff. But okay, all right. Thank you. Gosh. Well, we may not be having sausage tonight then. We're just gonna have bacon, grits, and then the French toast. So now that my water is roaring, what I call a roaring boil on this back right here, I'm gonna go ahead and turn it down. Because one thing that can happen with grits is they'll start flopping all over everywhere, including your arm. And if you know what I mean, like most people, then you probably don't want your arm burnt. So, with that being said, boy, my family love milk. So anyway, what I do to my grits to make them extra creamy is to that 2 cups of water, I add about approximately 1 cup of milk. Any kind of milk is fine. That was just regular 2% milk. So now you're gonna make sure that it's good and hot. And the reason why I didn't initially put the milk in with the water is because I don't want it to curdle. So now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to pour some grits in here. If I want them on the thicker side, then I'm going to have them, I hope you guys can see that, dang it, standing. Kind of like standing to where you can see them. And then of course I will stir them. So I want mine a little bit on the thicker side, not real thick. So to those 3 cups of fluid, I probably added 3 heaping tablespoons of grits. Now, I'm just going to give it a little whisk, a little whisk for fall and I guess, and then I get that. Okay, so I'm going to just give it like a little whiskey poo. Just to see if I like the filling of it. Like, do I like how thick it feels? Because I think these are quick grits. Let me see, are these quick? No, these are old-fashioned. Old-fashioned just means cook them a little bit longer. Quick grits, I guess, how are we going to say this? It comes out quicker to some people. I don't think that there's really a difference in the two types of grits, though. I don't. So you see that bubbling? You can even hear it bubbling. And they get thick real fast. So at this point, upon putting them in, you'll know probably immediately if you need to add some more fluid, because you don't want to cook them all the way and then they need fluid. See how they're flopping everywhere? They're notorious for that. Y'all remember that story about that man Al Green? I'm not going to tell the story on here, but all I know is they talk about something with some grits, something with Al Green and his wife. You know, that's, I don't know no more. Uh-oh, that's a piece of plastic. That is so dangerous. Piece of plastic got that salt right on in there for somebody to get that in there. Oh. Let me check this bacon. Oh, I'm so glad that came to surface. So mine is a little thicker than I want them to be. See? Because they're leaving the print. As of now. Now, when they're done, I want them to be about this thick. When they're done. But they still got to cook a ways, so that means I need some more fluid. If you ever have to add fluid to the food that you're making that's already hot, make sure you add hot fluid. Do not go in and add cold water to something that's worse than hot. In the meantime, I have a machine that produces hot water, so I'm going to get about 1/2 cup more of water, of boiling hot water. See, what's happening is that the grits, they're absorbing the liquid. They're absorbing all the liquid. And then we still have to add cheese. Well, we don't have to, but if we want to be greedy enough, then we're going to add some cheese, right? I wish I knew where my plug was for my fryer. That's like making me a little bit irritated a little bit. I don't want to seem irritated, but I'm like, where's my own stuff? That has to go down because those things just plopping. See how far back I have to stand? And then that also explains why I put that butter in there, because I do not want the grits to stick. Also, I want them buttery, of course. Buttery and cheesy for me. Okay, the sugar go in grits, guys. I'm doing good. How are you doing? I done had this little skillet on for a minute, but that's all I want to know. Do you like sugar or cheese grits? Or maybe just salt and pepper. I like the, personally, I like cheese grits. So I'm gonna add a little bit more salt in there. There. And in my grits, I don't like onion powder. I don't put my personal seasoning in there. I just like salt. I don't even add pepper in it. I feel like pepper is optional. But I do add a bunch of cheese. And my husband, he is not into grits. Period. But he loves my grits with cheese. Well, no, he used to like his grits to be with sugar, is what it was. And then I had to put them on with cheese. I was like, you have to understand that cheese grits, they go down differently. You know, they're like more mature. Like if you gotta have sugar in your grits, eat some porridge. That's all. But you know, I'm just kidding. Because it's actually just a preference. So now let me get this eggs ready for I'm gonna turn them grits all the way down low, and they have to be covered for they burn someone. Okay, so now I had this skillet just in there on, so I need to wipe that off. All right, quickie wickie. Woo, hot. That's steam. All righty. So I'm gonna take and I'm gonna drop some oil in here. Can you guys see this one? Let me see here. Let me see. I think I'll scoot. There. I think that's a little bit better anyway. All right, so we're just gonna add just a little bit of oil, enough to maybe cover the bottom. But with the oil, then we also want to add some butter. Some butter as well. Okay. Just a little bit. So about a tablespoon of butter versus about 2 tablespoons of the oil. And I just want to have a mixture of both of them because I want the butter to, quite frankly, I want it to turn a little brown. Brown butter. Yeah. Let me get this bacon up out of here and put some more in the microwave. Woo! Done got burnt. Actually, I think I'm gonna cook this bacon a little bit longer, just a nudge longer, maybe. Yeah, for me, I think I like it a little bit more crispy. Yeah, just a little bit more crispy. Because it's crispy in some places, but it's not where I want it to be. 1, 2, 3 hot plate coming. Oh. Okay, so now I'm going to take 2 eggs. Now, what makes a whole lot of sense to me is, I'm gonna just have that on warm. Yeah, so I can start warming up the skillet. What makes a lot of sense to me is this. I feel like I don't like a yolky French toast. I don't like a lot of egg on mine. So what I'm gonna do to stop that from happening, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm going to get rid of the yolk on one of that, not the yolk, the egg white on one of them. And then on the, so I'm gonna have 2 yolks and then only 1 egg. So here's how I separate mine. I know people pour it in their hand and stuff, but this is the way I learned back when I learned. Okay, so anyway, you just take the egg and then you just start letting all that fall off. The white fall off. Now, in some instances, and then the only thing you'll have left in there is your yolk. I hope it, come on. Okay, just keep on filtering it back and forth. It'll fall off. It's gonna fall off, y'all, I promise. Now don't be like, oh, she said it was there. It's gone. Okay, so anyway, I wanna move that to the side, and then a whole egg. I just want to dash of salt. That'll enhance the sweetness that we want to have in there. Uh-oh. Ruby-doo. Baby. Somebody got a hold of my vanilla, I think. Oh, no, here's some. That stuff is getting expensive. So I had to get me some vanilla extract. I just want a little bit in this. I'm not looking for a lot. It's a nudge. Well, that's about 3/4 teaspoon. 3/4 teaspoon vanilla. Now this skillet, I'm gonna go ahead and turn it on up because it's gonna be that time in a minute here. Let me get that bacon out of the microwave. I gotta put some more bacon in the microwave. And I don't feel like picking that hot plate up again, so I'm gonna put it right on that plate where it sits. So hers don't get burnt. Y'all don't make it burnt. I don't know, you know. So, la 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 la. My hand. And I'm hungry when I really think about it. Yeah, I'm getting like hungry, so just over with. Check the grits. And I added about 1/4 cup. Actually, make that, I'm gonna add another 1/2 cup. So instead of 1/4, I added a total of 1/2 cup of boiling hot water. We don't shop our food unless it's your pasta and you don't want it too soft. But like this here, that can mess up your beans. Like if you're cooking beans and you realize that you need some more hot water, it could mess them up real bad. So that. Okay, so we got this one right here. Then we want a little bit of sugar. So I'm gonna say about 2 tablespoons of sugar is what I want on there. The sugar is gonna give it the crispy edges on the thing. But you have to watch it because after all it is sugar, and you know sugar can burn stuff up. And we don't want all that to happen. So then to that I'm going to add about let's say 1 cup, 3/4 cup of milk to that solution or whatever we're going to call that, right? Go ahead and we'll whisk away. Hush, don't start it. Don't start it. Now, the thing is, I would prefer to have some kind of toast. I'm doing good. How are you guys doing today? That was, probably different or crispy or something like that, like stale. But I don't have no stale bread today. So we're just gonna make it with fresh bread. And you're just gonna whisk away real. And then you're not going to forget, like I almost did, to add some cinnamon. Because what is French toast if you ain't got no cinnamon? Honey. Is this some cinnamon? Yep. So to this, I'm going to say add as much cinnamon as you want, but start. I like a lot of cinnamon, so I'm adding a lot of cinnamon to mine. I would start with at least 2 teaspoons of cinnamon to the measurements that we have going on here. And as you do this, like when you go in and you dip your egg down in there, it's gonna pick up a lot of your cinnamon. So as I go, I just add a little bit more cinnamon. Because that's probably gonna happen to you guys too. It's nothing abnormal about it. Just have your cinnamon on hand. Like I said, if you're a cinnamon person like that. So let me get this bread. Now I do have some artesian bread, which what I like about the artesian bread, this artesian bread is that it is a thicker, denser bread. Meaning it holds up better than if you got a thin type of a bread when you're making French toast and having to dip it in egg and all that. Okay. Oh, I guess it is hot. It done burnt a hole in the bread. Goodness gravy. Okay, so I like to kind of just continue to whisk. Like I said, the goal of this, I don't want mine to be yolky like that. So I think that's why, not I don't think, that's the reason why I put more milk, less egg white. Because a lot of time it's just slopping off the yolk. And I don't want that today. That's not the goal. That ain't the recipe. I don't know why it's cooking so daggone slow. Here. There. Boom. What is up? It's cooking like it's... I hope nothing's wrong with this. No, it's hot. You gotta pick up the pace before we keep on going. Yeah, it's coming. We gotta hear the sexy sizzle. Yeah, I had to go in and turn it all up and stuff. Okay, whatever. But, there we go. Now, I want to drop a little bit more cinnamon in it because I want to make sure each piece has what I feel is the right amount of cinnamon, which is a nice amount. Oh my gosh! This was cumin. No, I'm just kidding. My kids do me like that all the time, so I thought I'd do y'all like that. No, it's coriander. Ugh. That's just a season. I don't like it. Anyway, we're just gonna kind of whisk a little bit more. Make sure that sugar is nice and spread out as well. I want a little bit more cinnamon on this piece right here. There we go. And in there, why not? So we're doing breakfast for dinner. I don't know why this skillet seems like it's hot and then cold. There better not be nothing weird going on. No time for no sauteed French toast. French bread. Ooh, this grits is it. But the thing about this is the texture. This is my consistency that I like of my grits. I like them like that. I don't like them real stiff. And the reason why I like them like it did about right here is because I'm finna add some cheese. When I add some cheese, it's gonna thicken my grits up. And if you really want to do something, take an egg yolk and put it in here and just whisk it. You gotta go fast because you don't want scrambled eggs in here, but you talking about something being good. Do y'all want me to show you? I could do it. I'll do it right now. I'm gonna do it. Okay. Now, I'm again taking out the egg white. Some people, well, my mom would use the whole egg, but I don't want to use the whole egg. I only want the yolk in it, and it makes your grits so creamy. I don't even know if you need cheese, but she would do it in place of cheese because, like I said, my mom lived to be 90 years old. And so my mom came in the eras of the 30s, the 40s, where you didn't have nothing but each other. So y'all stuck together, you improvised, and you made things work. And a lot of you guys, your grandparents is older like that. But my mother, herself was older. So anyway, I'm going to take just the yolk and I'm going to put it in there fast as I can. Boom. And I'm going to whisk it. I could have used two. But you see how it takes on the color? And it's cooked. As soon as it hits it, because you can see it's hot steam coming out there. Oh, this is making me mad. This is really annoying me. You know what I think? I think it's the plug. Because if you have electric stuff like this and you don't use the right plug with it, then it's not gonna work right. So it's the plug. It's a damn plug. I know that's what it is. Riley, I've got to have my plug for my electric skillet. I have 3 plugs and I don't know what happened. I'm not pressing my inventory next to the sink. I already looked in that drawer. Just put a towel on because it's going to soak my food. It's going to ruin my dinner. My breakfast for dinner. It just is. But I am on live, so don't come like that way. Come around the other side. Because it's just not working out. And that's why I keep saying, well, I wouldn't have to ask you guys like twice. I wouldn't really have to ask around like that, you know? If you just put it where it goes. You gotta have them like a roll. I said it wasn't in there, but
Just looking everywhere.
oh, okay. I didn't want you to think I didn't look, but that's why I keep begging, please put my stuff where it goes. With it. If it's a lid and it goes with it, then it gotta go with it. I done searched high and low. That is pitiful. Because it's ruining my food actively. Like while I'm sitting here watching it just soak up the oil. That's enough to make anybody aggravated. Just sitting up here soaking up the grease. But the French toast still looks good. Looks remarkable. I'm gonna show it to you guys. That's a damn shame. I can't never have nothing. And the reason why I feel like that, and the reason why I'm saying that, is just because it's just true. Like, if my pot goes with some certain lid, please put it there. Because every time I'm cooking, I have to stop and be like, oh, do you know that? You know what I mean? That's ridiculous. So, yeah, I'm not trying to, like, make a big deal. It's just like, wow, please stop. Put my stuff any old place. You find it?
No.
Did you ask Donna?
Yes, he said he did know.
Because he probably doesn't know. Because he's the one who puts the stuff in any old place. Ridiculous. Look under the stove. I looked there, but I didn't look there. That's so annoying. And then, you know, my favorite wearer plug, that's gone. There it is. Ah.
Is that not the one?
No, but it is. I'm going to put it right there with where it goes. So that don't happen no more. I'm sure the problem is that the plug is in there wrong. Let me turn this off. Unplug it, do something before I get electrocuted. People don't understand until they're the one it's theirs. Like everybody in my house understands and they all get upset when it's their stuff, if their stuff. But when it's me, I'm supposed to not say nothing. So I don't care. And whoever thinks I'm being mean, try living in a place where your stuff is always getting broke, tore up, tore down. You ain't got that much, but what you got is just tore down. You know what I mean? Like, please stop. I want to show you guys. Oh, I didn't realize you were on the ceiling still. But I wanted to show you guys this little. This is another. I may be so aggravated. I may have to just bust a move and get my car and go to Cripple Creek and gamble. No, just kidding. Sometimes you do feel like that. Like, dang, I could. But, needless to say, another secret to grits is to use pasteurized cheese. When you use like grated cheese and stuff like that, sometimes the flavor is not as smooth. Well, it's just not. The flavor is not as creamy, in my opinion. And the purpose of grits for me, I like my grits real creamy. See, now it's working the skillet. But anyway, in order to make it creamy, I use pasteurized cheese. I do not use shredded cheese. Unless I don't have any, then I use a couple of egg yolks because it will give the creaminess of cheese, but not necessarily the cheese flavor. But it still be so fine, you know what I mean? It's just, do you. I don't know, you know, I'm thinking about one of my kids today, my oldest daughter, and my mom. And I don't know, it's just heavy on me about them. Our birthdays are all within time of each other. And so, I think I'm thinking about my mom's birthday just came and passed. My daughter's birthday's coming up. My birthday is right there. And I kind of feel sad because my daughter and I, we usually try our best to share our birthday together. But we're not able to share our birthday together because she cannot get the time off of from her job. And it's like, well, you got to do what you got to do. You know what I mean? So there's that. So I understand that. That baby is trying to work and she's all out here on her own. And one thing for sure and two things for certain, I'm going to go see about my kids. I don't care if my kids are 100 years old and I'm 150 years old and they're still my kids. I want to see about them. I got to know they're good and that they're okay. And, you know, I had told her, I was like, you know, what I can do is I'll help you out with maybe a bill or something. And then that way we can have our birthdays together. And she just said no. What I meant by that is I'll find a way to pay your days. It'll be 2 days that she was off. Your 2 days of pay. So she said, no, Mom, I'm okay. So she's just such a big girl. And my baby done grew up to be a fine young lady. A ladybug. Yeah, Yeah, we got the right plug now. So what I'm gonna do is this. I'm gonna take out my French toast. And I have a piece of cheese puff. I fell on there. Okay, there. Okay, there. Woo, hot. That's hot, that's hot. And then let's go ahead and get some more going. I want some more oil because I want that crispy. Now that the skillet is hot and we can visibly see it's hot, it works. Let me turn that way down. There we go. And then it'll come time to eat and I may not even want nothing to eat. Sometimes it be like that when you cook for yourself and stuff. Grits, yes sir. Yeah, ma'am. Some grits. Some real ones too. Real grits. I want some more cinnamon on it. Alrighty, let's check on our grits. This is the texture I like, the consistency. And then that cheese, I like to whip it on into it. They be so creamy and good. Ew, so good. Like that lady, it's so good. Well, these grits is so good. These people that I know of, let me not say no names, because you know, they be the ones who, they don't never like you, but they want you to cook for them and stuff. So anyway, something like that stories that be going on at, you know, certain places like, you know, maybe even at church, at home, at work. But anyway, yeah. So there's this one lady and they just love this lady's grits. And all of this in there is water. No butter, nothing. So I'm like, so then I went on ahead and I made some grits because I don't want to step on nobody's toes and bust out and make the grits. But after I made the grits, and they was like, I became the grits committee that day. So what I'm getting at is y'all try my recipe for my grits. I like them. This is how thick I like them. Not too thick, not too soft. But it's gonna be a minute. So let me flip this French toast. Get back. I got all these aprons, won't put none on. Let me put on an apron. I got no matching apron down here now. Let's see. Shoot. Well, anyway, I guess we'll go apronless. because I ain't got no matching apron. Will you make some coffee for your mother? No, when kids hear you, but they try to play like they ain't heard you. Because they mad. And they mad because you said something about you need your plugs to be with what it goes with. You want your list to go where I go. Because, see, I'm the type of person, I feel like, dang, now what? And then I have to repurchase it? No. I'm not going to repurchase something that I already have. Keep it together, take care of it, and then there's no need to repurchase nothing that you have. No matter how little you have, no matter how much you have, the bottom line is take care of it. Because how can God want to bless you with more and you ain't taking care of what you got? How? Is that grease on my outfit? My sweatshirt. So yeah, take care of what you got. And once you do that, then see what God will do. And I just added about 2 tablespoons more of just regular boiling hot water. Because these grits are still on low, which means they're still cooking. And then, like I said, they're old-fashioned. It's really old-fashioned, not neither here or there. It's whatever. Stir that up. Scoot back. We don't want that on our little outfit. See, Spoo? Who is that? My husband. You on break?
That's amazing.
Because I'm making breakfast for dinner.
Oh, breakfast and dinner. Ooh.
But I'm not making like, do you want some eggs with yours? Because I made grits. What time you're on? We're on live. Tell them hi.
Hello.
No, don't talk how you usually talk. What up, though?
I'm gonna go shower room. I'm on break now.
How long are you gonna be on break? 30 minutes?
No, because I'm just doing 4-hour shift.
Hey, baby. Sometime you're gonna pop out of the
And
wall.
show.
So and show them.
Well, I'm just gonna rinse this off, the sweat off.
All right, baby.
All right, baby. It smells that.
So listen, you're not gonna want to eat. You don't want a quick plate because I'm gonna probably leave and go get Tati here soon.
No quick plate. That's all I get off.
Okay. And then I'll make you some eggs with your. Do you want some grits?
Yeah, grits,
Grits, scrambled egg. Okay, gotcha. You're welcome. Love you. Talk to you later. All right. Say what, baby? You need a towel?
No.
Oh, I thought you said you need a towel. I want mine to be more cheesy, so I'm gonna add probably 1 or 2, no 1. 1 more piece of cheese into there, under the grits. I'll just add 1 more. And then I want a little more pat of butter. I gotta get ready to go.
Okay, babe.
Oh, okay, just so you know I'm leaving. I will. Kids? Time to eat. I got to go. Gotta get your sister. Don't want to get burnt. I'm gonna just turn it and let it finish up real. I gotta go fast. I'll go get one of my kids. I always have to do a lot of going to get one of my kids. Cause they be involved in certain things that they sign me up for. Alexa, stop. Where's my phone? Anywhere. I don't want one thing. Riley? It's time to eat when you're ready, but can you call your brother? Please, ma'am. Thank you. Tell him it's time to eat, but I gotta race out the door. I gotta go get y'all's sister. Thank you. Ooh, look at that French toast. Like I said, I don't like the eggy one. And that's just only my preference. So I know some people may like that one. But not the kid. Not the kid. Hey, baby. I'm sorry I gotta race out of here, or else I will make your plate. But I'm setting up your food over here, baby. Okay. I gotta race in out the hill and go get your sister. This is roasting hot. We can see the smoke.
Thanks for cooking.
You're so welcome, my darling. Thank you for always being a grateful person. Just a grateful person, period.
Thanks, Mom.
You're so welcome. Because, you know, when somebody is grateful, it makes you want to do that much more for them than when they're not. When they're ungrateful, it's like, ugh.
That's gratitude, and gratitude like makes you like feel better when you do well. Do nice things for others and like are nice to others.
Yeah, yeah. You're right. You're right, kid.
Thanks, Mom.
You're welcome. You guys go back to school Wednesday?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gosh. But then you guys get Martin Luther King, right?
Yeah.
And then that little vacation weekend. So
Yeah.
maybe, I don't know why they were shortening the school break for. We didn't have much of a break though, but ours started the 15th, it feels like, and then we didn't go back to school till the 3rd.
December.
Oh, I like them pajamas. Them's cute. Those cute. Y'all want some grits?
No, thank you.
No, thank you.
No, y'all gonna eat these grits.
No, thank you.
This day. This day.
Jax, get out.
I wish I could eat some grits. I gotta go though. I gotta race.
Get out all the way.
Now watch her not even be ready by the time I get up there. Well, anyway, if you guys want some eggs, you have to make you some eggs because Mama gotta go. But I got some bacon and French toast for you guys right now.
Thank you.
And of course, if you want some grits, of course. But I'm sure you don't. 'Cause you just did that. Oh, I wanted you to finish taking out everything in the cupboard because I'm gonna.
In the entire cupboard?
Yeah, I gotta get that thing organized because if I don't see it, then I think I don't have it. Then I overbuy it, and I rebuy it. You don't have to do it all tonight, but I do need it done. Is all I need. Okay. God bless. Bye. If hersies don't seize minesies.